Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about content quality. Content quality is the value of usefulness. The reason why it's important is because high quality content is essential for SEO. It keeps users engaged, which signals to Google that your content is valuable. The best practices for content quality is that it ensures that your content answers the questions or solves people's problems. See over here the example EEAT. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Google judges pages based on the credibility of the page, author, and the website. The reason why content quality is so important for you in your SEO rankings is that you want your clients to stick around, you want them to learn something, and guess what? In the end, your clients won't just trust you more, Google will too, and that opens the door to other people finding your content. And over here, I want to show you real life example for what content quality is like and how we can improve it. And before I begin, I'm going to kind of touch on a lot of things that we're going to talk about in future videos, but I'm just going to give you a high level overview about ways that I would improve the content quality as an SEO professional, whether that's for my business or for one of my clients. Over here, we're going to go to 7 ways to reduce stress. So right here, you can see this is a featured snippet from Google. There's 7 tips to avoid stress, and it breaks down each one. You can see NYC Health and Hospitals has that featured snippet, but down here, you see the Mayo Clinic. That is who Google has ranked #1 for that spot. So we're going to kind of view both of those, but I also want to show you down here that you see neither one of them are actually ranking down here for videos. Anthem, Blue Cross, and Blue Shield is actually ranking for that video spot. So I'm just going to show you how content quality can kind of tie featured snippets, videos, and just kind of how you structure your content all into one. And just again, to reiterate, I will be breaking down each one of these things in a separate video later on. I just want to kind of show you how everything comes together and completes that EEAT kind of circle for Google in order to increase your authority. Okay, so here we have the Mayo Clinic article about 7 ways to reduce stress. This is not the featured snippet, so this is the first organic search result from Google. And so here we see the title, stress relievers, tips to tame stress. This is the H1 on the page. And then we just kind of see this right here. Stress getting to you, try some of these tips for stress relief. That's most likely the meta description to kind of pull, that's the way to kind of pull you into the page. And then here by Mayo Clinic staff, the way I would kind of like to see that is by having who the author is, so I can maybe learn more about them. Maybe we'll see that closer to the end of the page where we kind of get that authority on who is writing this piece. But then we see over here, we see an H2, get active, then we see a very detailed description underneath that. Then we see eat a healthy diet. Under eat a healthy diet, the way that I would kind of make this paragraph like a little bit longer is I would put this sentence here, and then I would maybe put some bullet points for maybe those healthy foods that can kind of be stress relievers instead of just leaving it to eat fruits and vegetables. Like I would kind of maybe list out to some of those because that could also kind of be pulled from Google. And also that's a tip that somebody reading this article may want. And the one thing that I'm also not noticing here is I'm not seeing any links to any other pages inside of this. So I'm not seeing anything about if I was a psychiatrist here or a therapist and I was kind of giving my stress relieving tips, like if I wanted to outrank Mayo Clinic, this is how I would do that. I would have my get active, and then, I might have an entire blog post written on like why being active reduces stress. And then inside of this paragraph right here, I would link out physical activity instead of physical activity can act as a stress reliever, because stress reliever is one of those keywords that we're going for. So we don't want to take the authority away from this page, but we do want to let our readers know that we have another post about physical activity for stress. So if you don't want to technically link out as that, you could put underneath this paragraph and just say related reading and then put that article right here. And then, for healthy diet, again, I maybe would have a post on how eating a healthy diet can reduce stress. And then I would have a complete guide on that. And then I would link to that here. And I would just kind of link out healthy diet and link back to that blog post, because you want to share the authority with your own website. You want to connect all those dots so that way people can just consume more and more of your information, because the longer they stay on your website, the longer Google is going to kind of show that you are the authority on that page, and it's just going to show your information to more and more people. So down here, avoiding unhealthy habits, like, I might bullet out a couple of the unhealthy habits. I would bullet it out, and then I would kind of put why each one of those things are unhealthy and why they add to your stress level. And then, meditation, I would maybe have a guide to meditation. I would just kind of link out to as many of these things to kind of gobble up the authority on here. Because this might be a high level overview, but you might want to have all of these in-depth blog posts that kind of give that ultimate guide, because right now you're just catching their attention. But whenever they really want to deep dive in on something, they're going to watch a YouTube video or they're going to go to another blog post. And you want to be that person that they're going to for these answers, because that just makes you the authority in the space. And not only are they going to share your information with more people, but so is Google. And so down here, we're going to go down, laugh more. I would have something linking out there, connecting with others, asserting yourself, try yoga, all of these things. I would have links to other pages of mine. But the one thing that was missing from here is Mayo Clinic. They're already a big source in Google. They have a high domain authority, which we'll get to in another video. But, they're not linking out to other studies that prove this either. Just because they have a high domain authority, they can get away with a little bit more. But as a small business owner that might not have as big of an authority as Mayo Clinic, you would link out to maybe 1 or 2 studies that show like the effects of stress on sleep, or, something like that, just to kind of show that, hey, Google, I don't just respect my own ideas, but here's other people that think the same thing too. And you're kind of showing them because they might link out to you. And it just kind of builds up that authority, because you're not just saying, look at me, look at me. You're like, I want to be able to be the most helpful person for my audience. And I do not mind sharing the spotlight when it comes to important information. And so see down here, another thing that I see that they don't have is they don't have that outro paragraph. They don't have why these things are important to reducing your stress, kind of tie it all together with that bow. And that also kind of gives that call to action sentence of like, are you feeling stress and anxiety? Contact my office to kind of get one of this, to get a free consultation or something like that. But also, if I was a psychiatrist, like this is Mayo Clinic, they're a lot bigger than that. But if I was a psychiatrist trying to do that, like I would find all of those terms that go along with the services that I sell, and I would link out to those pages too. Google isn't looking at your internal linking. Those are just ways that you're just showing that you have more helpful information on your own website. So you can link out to as many things that are relevant inside of this as you see fit. But also when it comes to external linking, I would link out to 2 sources maximum, because you want to show that you don't mind sharing the spotlight, but at the same time, you want to share that information. You want to kind of hone in that you're the authority. And so you don't want to give away all of the link power to other websites. You want to kind of keep that for your own. So 2 sources is plenty enough, depending on the size of your article. That should be great to kind of satisfy Google's needs to that EEAT requirement. But it still just shows that you're the authority and you know exactly what you're talking about. And this is the way that you want to help people. But now we're going to go over here to this other article, and I can show you how that became the featured snippet instead of Mayo Clinic. Here we're at 7 tips to avoid stress for NYC health and hospitals. And here you see like they've got a nice image. Their H1 is right here above the image. And then they have a nice intro paragraph. And then the next thing they have this bulleted list with a simple description. And this satisfies Google's featured snippet thing because it answers the question in a concise order. So, in a concise manner. And so you're kind of taking that question and you're kind of diving it down. And then here's what I was talking about, like Joyce Wales, Senior Associate Vice President at this thing, and that kind of gives that authority back to the website. But, one way that I would kind of make this go a little bit further is I would link out to Joyce Whale here, maybe have a picture of her or something, because, I might think that this is a great article. I want to learn more about what Joyce has to say. And then I would like to go and see more of her articles. So I would maybe put this here. But you can see over here, this is their kind of outro paragraph. If you're feeling overwhelmed by stress and unable to maintain your normal routine, you may want to seek help from a mental health professional. And here's that call to action. They want you to call them to schedule an appointment. And that is the way that you kind of close the gap on your blog post. It's that instant call to action. You've answered their question. You showed why you know what you're talking about by giving this little snippet right here, that why you're the authority in your space and you have a problem, they have the solution, call them now. And that just kind of shows the one way I would take this blog post to another level is, I would add in some more supportive paragraphs maybe. And that would kind of help them get up to the number one. Not only would they be the featured snippet, but also they could take over that number one page ranking from Mayo Clinic. If they have more detailed paragraphs with H2s, H3s, and it kind of just deep dives in on this information a little bit more. And also another one of those things that we're talking about with those paragraphs, also linking out to the other pages on my website. This website isn't a great example for that because it's not just one doctor's office, like they reach out to multiple ones, but I would also like to see, different blog posts linked out in here. At least, this is about finding a doctor in New York City, and that's fine. But I would like to see other blog posts that are related to this linking back and kind of sharing that link juice throughout the rest of the website. And that's how they could take over that. But the one thing that both of these are missing, the one thing that they're missing out first and foremost is they're missing this opportunity right here. Video. This video is from 2017. So they could take their new article, depending on when it was written. I would kind of update it in the back end of my website for 2025 purposes to show Google that this is fresh content, because that's another reason that they could move it up the rankings. But I would have one of my physicians, I would have them record just a quick video kind of reiterating all the points that are in there with some pictures or images or anything. It could just be a talking head video where they're talking about it. And that could, like this video right here, it's 3 minutes long. The number one ranking video though is 1 minute and 47 seconds. So you could kind of break down all of these 7 ways to reduce stress just by sitting here and talking about it. You're the authority and you kind of have the top 3 real estate options for Google minus the local map pack, which is local SEO, which we'll get into in another section. But if you have the featured snippet, if you have the number one ranking page and you have the video on the matter, like that right there just gives you 3 opportunities to have people on your page. And the other one that we did not get into yet would be up here in images. You see images, these infographics right here, those can also bring more traffic to your website. So you're talking 4 different ways to get traffic to your website that can increase your authority, not just locally, but nationally. You want to show people that you know exactly what you want to talk about, but you want to have the most in-depth information. And that's what brings us back here into content quality. Like, we just want to show that we know the most. And what Google loves more than anything is the most in-depth content out there. And that's what's going to break us into our next video, which is word count. And so I just kind of wanted to just kind of show you like a roundabout way how I rank content, how I would improve content, and how you can claim the most real estate when it comes to your content for SEO purposes. And thank you guys so much for listening. We're going to break into word count and how that's important for SEO. And I will see you in the next video.